Okay, Red, go ahead, take point. We'll go through this area here to get to the front door. We'll breach through the front door. Yeah, Red, check door, and then do you have C4 to go kinetic on this?
Negative.
I do.
Yeah, let's go kinetic, and then Red breach and secure, and then Blue's going to start funneling through.
All right. I can just kick it open and then.
3, 2, 1.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Hands up now!
Okay, got door right, door left, and a big opening straight ahead.
Yep.
Let's push Blue left door.
All done. Contact is secured.
Red's holding on the first.
Get your hands off
Roger,
me!
thanks.
Oh
I'm
my
stacked
God.
on the left door.
Get your hands off me, you crazy!
You opening, Bob?
You're on the door, if you
Okay.
take the door handle side, yeah.
Red,
Alright.
push through there, secure the stairs.
Door, give me something else.
Ready?
Ready.
Down on your knees!
Clear.
Police, hands up!
There's an upstairs room. with
It's
a button
locked.
on it,
Ticket.
and there's
Beacon.
and then we've got a
Weapon
door
bags
maybe
and
going
held
to the
for
basement or
evidence.
something. Kurt, hold on to the basement door. I'll hold on to the upstairs.
Roger.
All right, Red. Red, hold here. Blue, open and breach and clear this door.
Want me to wand it again, or just breach it?
Let's just go.
It's up to you guys. I'll
not like-
defer to
Yeah,
you.
it's not like we're gonna not go.
Good.
Ready, Cox?
Ready?
Cops!
Down.
Roger that. Trailers incoming. Proceed with caution.
Okay, I got one door behind us. Fire behind us. Do we keep moving or stay?
This is talk.
Just hold on
Pushing
this
through.
door.
Kurt,
Yeah.
get on my butt.
I am.
Okay,
I was
walk up
already
to the
there.
top of the stairs, look behind us.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to get a better line of sight. Okay. All right, a couple of things. First of all, it's good to have red and blue teams, but well, a couple of things. Number one, we're a civilian police operation, so we're not going to blow up doors. Charters when there's one outside of them. That's almost never going to happen. As a matter of fact, there's very few SWAT teams that actually have explosives like LAPD does. You're going to need to use either a batting ram or kicking a door in or just opening a door. Number two, even though it's good to have a red and a blue team, that's critical. It's hard to say you guys are always going to do this, you guys are going to do that. This is a very dynamic flow. So basically, the way that you work is like whoever's in the room, they're the boss of it, right? If we're going down the hallway, you're the hall boss. So like whatever you're doing, you don't even have to explain it. We're just going to go off of your cue. Like if you decide to go through the door, the next guy's going to go back and forth. So it's difficult to say like, oh, red team, you're security, blue team, you're going to go in there. Like whatever team is in there, then say red, clear this area or that area. So a lot of stuff is done on the fly in these type of operations. And then the other thing is that normally if we were doing this operation, we'd have like 8 or 10 or 12 or 15 guys. But essentially, don't split up the teams. Keep them close together because the more guns we have on stuff, any individual going in term is going to be subject to being hit by a bunch of guys. So try and keep our teams together. Realistically, if we would add enough guys, red team would just be sitting in the living room until whenever, and there'd be like another 5 guys who deal with it. There's only 5 of us in this game, so we've got to kind of keep us together. Though it's funny that I did stare at that hallway for like 5 minutes, and then eventually a dude did come down it, and
Yep.
because I happened to be aiming right down my sights, I was able to get the drop.
Yep.
And even
I
then,
was right there with
even then, there's like a second of hesitation, like, is this guy
Right.
holding a gun or not? You know, like you can't just blast guys. So anyway, that was like my little observation on this.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think the challenge I have is it's hard to keep 4 dudes in some of these confined places. I think even if we had the team together, the whole squad together on that last engagement, those guys would have died anyway because it was just a weird engagement where
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. But yeah, okay, we'll keep it together better. And then when I give you the command to like breach and clear it, I'm not gonna like micro you. Just choose however you want to breach and clear it, and we'll go from there.
Are we
Thank-
so,
yep.
Just another thing real quick, everybody come out here. So in the case of this door, right? So, and come on here, Cox. we never say never always, but by general, like, so if the door, this door over here, when it's shut, right, the doorknob is on this side. So the opener is always going to be on the doorknob side. He's going to open the door, and the other team is going to be on the flowing side. So, you know, that'll cause little problems. Like, you know, if I'm going to open the door and I'm the number one guy, or if I'm going to smash the door, I'm going to be on this side of the door, and you guys are going to be on that side of the door. Unless it's like a corner-fed room like this, it might cause problems. But basically, the door guy is going to smash the door and get out of the way. So right off the bat, red team pulling security in the room. If red team's breaching the door, it's going to be down a guy because he's opening the door and getting out of the way. Because I do need to have a little bit of time to smash the door, step back, make room.
Get your gun.
Get my gun
Yeah.
out. So,
Well, that's what we did when you smashed the main door.
yeah.
We flowed through. Yep.
Yeah. So that's why.
Yeah.
Once we're in the room and strong pointing it, then we can get, shaken back out in our teams. And Apocalypse was right to say, like, and this is actually almost the same thing. We went in, hey, hold on that dining room. That's a big dangerous area there.
Yep. Yeah.
I love that house because it's got 4 big dangerous areas. There's the first dining room that has to be secured. There's 2 doors, and we've been shot through those doors more than once.
Yeah.
And then there's the kitchen, which has a big, huge hole in it. You can't see it. So typically, we don't want to go past the door that we haven't secured yet, but sometimes you have to. That kitchen, because there's a big blown up hole in it already, becomes the second biggest threat. We have 2 big avenues of approach that we have to make sure they're clear first, and then we go back and hit the doors. Luckily, we have 5 guys this time.
I think one extra element we need. I think that every breach is a 3-man thing. I think the third person is just spamming the fucking F key.
Exactly.
Seriously. So again, that engagement we had back there was like you had less than a second to make that decision, and then the dickhead started running. So it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna drop him then.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, remember that you just go with an opposite direction of the guy in front of you. But if your job is to, like, if my job is the button hook, I don't want to just do this, right? Because now I don't know what's to the left of me. I have to do that and trust that the next guy in is going to get in that corner.
Right, and you got to go.
Right, and then as soon as I see that there's not this corner, I swing my firearm around and I'm looking all the way down.
Yeah, and I think you're right. We got to get tighter even.
This is being a big corner-fed room. Typically, we're going to walk in here like this, and Bob, you're going to. I'm going to hold this corner. Pretend that wall wasn't there, that door wasn't there. You'd go all the way down to the end, and then and then Apocalypse or somebody would be in the far corner, so we'd have like an L shape in a big room like this. Not that way, Cogs, because now we're all going to shoot each other.
Yeah.
So you would just sit over here like me. This is a tough situation. You'd be right there. Kurt. Apocalypse would be a little bit farther down the wall, and Kurt would be in that other corner, and that's like an L shape. So now we engage anything without killing.
Gotcha.
Someone. That's assuming that this door's on here.
Yep. Red, take point. Let's breach and clear.
Right. Kurt, you got the point. You got the TD, Kurt.
Where am I? I'm caught between everyone. There we go.
Now Kurt, let's get in the habit of walking slowly.
Yep.
And again, I made toggle walks this way, because I can always toggle run to get up to you a little bit closer.
3, 2, 1.
Police, get down!
Coming through here!
Hands up above your head!
Hands up!
Clear left.
Get down and put your hands up!
Door on the right, 2 doors on the left, and a big open area that looks like the kitchen with a big gap.
Red hold right door, blue breach left.
Red's holding right door. Cog, get in there with Bob. We're red, so.
You want to want it?
Weapon back.
No.
For evidence.
Boot it. We just kicked it.
All right.
Alright, hey, I'm switching with Cogs.
Hands up!
Doors. Yeah,
Drop
right
Hands
on
where I
the
can see
left.
them!
Hands up now!
Hands up!
I got the left door. I'm not going in it, I'm just holding.
Red, keep clearing.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, blue, keep clearing.
All right.
Oh wait, red. Hold on. I'm sorry.
I think we switched up.
Yeah, we did.
We already got messed up, so I made
Blue hold. Blue hold. Red. Fuck. Red, keep going. Blue hold there. Just clear through that and hold the downstairs area.
Apocalypse.
Okay,
Hold
on you,
that right
on you,
door.
Cogs.
Hold on that right
Yeah, I
door.
got your right door, man.
Okay, ready? I'm peeking
Ready.
the door. 3, 2, 1.
They're here.
Flash. It's clear.
I'll say that peeking the door is a useless.
Officer is injured. In need of medical attention.
The problem with peeking the door is my gun is against the door and won't come up as I go through it.
So just
Right.
kick it right open. Okay.
Yeah,
We didn't know
yeah.
what was in there.
So
Right,
And also,
I know.
we gotta watch out for booby traps too.
hey, so
I guess-
the kicking thing I don't think is super effective because it gives them time.
Right.
I'd say let's just shotgun it.
Yeah, or if we're gonna peek, instead of like, because we've been training peek and go right through, maybe it's peek and use the peek. You know?
That. Yep, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's a quick couple points about this one. So when he says red team hold
Done.
on right, that's our
Zipped
job.
up and ready to go.
So eventually you were holding on the big open door with Kurt, so then I had
Civilian is secured and ready for transport.
No, he said blue team. He said blue team access door on the right. So I was waiting for Bob to open the door. That's what I thought I heard.
He said red hold, blue open door on left.
Yeah, it was same plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Check tape.
So ultimately I just switched and went over to Bob's team rather than trying, because we don't have time to fiddle fuck around. So
Well, that's
Right.
good
Example of
because
the
I'm still
dynamic.
alive.
Yeah, that's an example of just being dynamic about, like, okay, look, we're making a little change to the plan. And
Wind up, Becky.
Cogs, even if you thought that you were given an order to do something, if you hear one of us say, hey, Cogs, do this instead of that, you got to switch and change up. So we got to be very flexible on this thing. This entire thing is very dynamically oriented, even when we're being deliberate, and people have to be prepared to do any role. So talk about peaks again one more time, so we have this hard-coded. All
right,
if we peek a door, we're gonna like be checking.
If we peek it, yeah, the guy who peeks it needs to just do a little sweep, you know,
Right.
and then we decide whether to open it the rest of the way and go in. Because what happened was as I was pushing the door, my gun was in that you can't use it mode,
Yep.
and the guy started shooting me. Yeah.
I do
Because
like that
actually, I
mechanic
think,
in this.
So we can peek it, and then I could still kick it open after you check that corner looks good.
Right, or regular open it or whatever. Yep.
What that peek does, it allows you to see a lot of times, like, okay, there's nothing in that corner, so I know I can come in focusing more in the middle.
I think,
Also,
yeah,
don't
but
flashbang an area once we're running in it, because you just get
yeah, I figured since we had taken contact, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Hey, so the peak thing, it's a good discussion. I think the person peaking shouldn't be the trigger puller. So treat it like a normal breach in that the number one man is not pulling the trigger. So he can check the peak, but I think he's still opening. But this number two man still pulling the trigger.
Yeah,
Agreed. Yeah, the door.
On the geography of the room, though.
Yeah,
the door,
I think
the door handle side guy is going to open it to peek, but it's the guy on the other side who's doing the peeking.
So a quick point too. So now this gets into strategy of things, because once we were in that more enclosed area, you can afford to bring the red team in, and they're closer on hand, right? So they don't need to hold the dining room anymore. Like if this is the dining room door and they're here, and we're way over here. Once we're in that enclosed area where, like, you're holding one door and Bob and I get ready to clear the other door, you bring the other team in. So they're securing the hallway. So we're all there. Again, more guns on target. Does that make sense?
it does, but it's not like it would have saved us in any of these engagements. The engagements are so narrow. It's every time we've died, it's been two guys going through a fatal funnel, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that, but we got to, we have one guy doing something by himself, and the enemy is in there. The more guns that are in there, the more guns that are in there, the more chance we have to get shit done. And again, Bob made a good point. Peek the door, we look at it. Okay, nothing in that corner. All right, let's kick the door open. Hopefully at that point, the dude, he didn't start making noise until you came in the room. So You know, these are all the little tiny things we talk about. Like every one of these little micro things. I mean, I spent like many years just anytime I walked down the hallway looking at a door, in my mind was running like, oh look, the hinges are on the left, the door bit. So everything is a little different, but principle-wise, always try and bring your team together so we have the most options because most of us are close by.
Dude, we got 2 doors open here. I'm flashing left. Flashing left.
Put the gun down.
I'm recovering.
I get the back.
Jesus.
Okay, go, 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 go! I'll cover the right door.
This is talk.
Crowd down.
Covering the left.
Proceed with your
We got suspects in here.
Come on in and cover this
Clear.
We've got this under control.
I got rear security.
I get the hole.
I didn't do anything.
Civilian is secured and ready for transport.
It's a good thing I accidentally flashbanged that room. There was a bad guy in it.
Yeah.
Everybody come in here.
didn't
Shut
do
that door,
anything.
Cogs.
Hold on.
Apocalypse.
I'm not saying anything to you.
Feeling cuffed and prepped for
Okay, so
attack.
listen up.
Talk to entry
Gotta get
team.
this whole area
Roger,
clear.
entry team. Great work.
Clear.
Keep going.
Because we had more
Clear.
guns in here, and we were covering different areas. That dude came running out, and he was killed before. And he was trying to shoot us. He was killed before he could get you guys, even though you all had your backs.
Take a step forward, thank you.
So that's an
Suspect is
example of like
secured.
having a
Talk to
lot of
high
guns
ground.
in this area.
Roger
allows
that.
us to
Trailers incoming. Proceed
Get
with
on the
caution.
ground now.
secure this area pretty well. All right, so good job. Otherwise, who's hurt? Anybody?
3 doors.
I'm holding this door.
Okay, with you, Bob.
Thank you.
Where the fuck did that dude come from?
There's another door.
Where are you? Coming to you.
Hands up now!
With those.
Contact down!
This is talk. Great work, entry team. Keep it up.
All right, let's
Down
stop
on
here.
your
Let's stop
knees.
here. Here's what
All right.
happened. A little bit of this is my fault. So, you guys go back right where you were when Apocalypse got killed. What room were you clearing? That one?
Yeah, he was
So,
pushing through there hard.
Apocalypse, you were holding on this door here
It was, yeah.
because it wasn't open yet, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
then
there's
someone
another
came out
door over
here.
The guy came out of there. I'm directly down the hallway, so I'm watching you and also this door, and Cog is holding on the upstairs. So my fault. What I should have said is because you guys got deep in the room, I should have said, Cogs, come on in, and we'll all come in here. And because of that,
Officer
I'm
is
not
injured
able
and in
to
need of medical attention.
shoot
Talk
that
to
guy
high
until
ground.
he's cleared out of the way.
Roger. Trailers
That
inbound.
makes sense. So this is an example where like we would bring everybody in here. So we have all 5 guns here. Then you guys could continue your business because here we have too many doors for one guy to cover, and they're at acute angles of each other. So either one guy's got to cover these 2 doors, and you guys clear the far door, or we bring in extra guys. We have one guy here, one guy here, one guy here, and then 2 men clearing the room.
Right.
Make sense?
No one was in that though.
Right.
Love it. I love it. Alright, hold on.
Officer is
Hold
injured.
up.
In need of medical attention.
Proceed with mission.
Clear the front of this house. That was a bad guy shooting at us, right? I wasn't imagining.
All right, red.
One bad guy right inside the door with a gun. Closed door left, closed door right, open door backyard. And the guy with the gun has moved out of my line of sight.
Let's flash it.
Okay, I got the battering ram.
I got the flash.
No, you're not flashing. Your job is to
I got it.
aim
I got
right
it.
at that door.
Roger, roger.
Okay. Battering in 3, 2.
Jesus Christ. I'm down.
Got him.
Get down and show me your hand.
Kurt, your body only protected me for so long.
I get the door on the right.
I'll carry a shield this time.
So this was a case.
He's
Yep.
back.
This was the case where this was the wrong kind of door for what we were doing.
Alright, so what happened here is that because the door, there's a bad guy on the other end of the door, right?
No, he was. Yes, he was down the hall, but yes.
Basically, the point is there's a bad guy right where when the door
Hands
opens
up now!
Right.
We're exposed. So we're probably all better off stacking on this side here.
Right.
What side?
Now, because we already know there's on
The left side.
We already know there's a bad guy in front of the door. Smashing it open is the way to go. Flashing is the way to go. However, from my perspective, the minute I smash the door open, for whatever reason, Kurt, you look left. And that is exactly when the guy was shooting at you, so...
Actually, that's not what it...
Like.
No, yeah, because I was looking right in there, and the guy was shooting, and so I started shooting.